We are broadcasting live. Good morning, Howard Hanna. I think most people know the drill by now. This is Kate LeSueur, the Director of Education for the Midwest. And we typically give it a couple minutes, people getting their coffee, signing on, joining us. Here with Dana Kostashak from West Suburban. Good morning, Maggie Knapp.
Good morning, everyone.
Hey, Nita. All these education people saying hello. So I'm just going to remind people while this is people joining us here, the drill, if you don't remember. A few things about the Wednesday webinars. We did start these in the middle of March after COVID, and they seem to be a really big hit. So for those.
Okay, Kate's freezing up already. Kate, you with us? Gotta love technology. Okay, so we did start these webinars. There you are, Kate.
Can you guys put in the chat, is that my connection? Well, crap, that's not fun. I'm gonna be, I hope I was frozen on a pretty face. That's always the worst when I have
well, it's recording, so we captured it.
And frozen. So please just mark your calendars. We will be having Wednesday webinars the first and third Wednesday of the month. So that will be happening indefinitely. And then the second Friday of the month will be Hobie's Town Hall, where we're typically going to feature a panel of agents dealing with the same theme. This month's theme is on our market differentiators. That's not just the MarTech tools that everyone associates me with. That's also our programs like Money Back Guarantee, Buy Before You Sell, things that are really setting us apart in such a somewhat crazy market. So we are going to start this month off with Dana Kostashak from West Suburban. She is going to be going over the Money Back Guarantee, specifically in the market that we're in right now, with the objections that you might be getting from buyers and sellers, and how you can really handle those fears and those objections using our differentiators. Excuse me. As always, if you have a question, put it in the Q&A. If you want to share a story about your success with the Money Back Guarantee or anything you just want to share within the actual webinar, please put that in the chat. We will not access the chat after this meeting or after this webinar. So if you have a question that you'd like us to refer back to or to be able to make an FAQ, put it in the Q&A. Before I freeze again, I'm going to hand it off to Dana Kostashak from West Suburban here about the Money Back Guarantee. Dana.
Thank you, Kate. Good morning, everyone. So I'm here today. There are so many different market differentiators that I could talk about that I get very excited about in our marketplace. And for those of you that know me and are part of my team, know that I'm always trying to educate you on how to use these different tools and programs to your advantage to get the listing. So we're going to talk about the Money Back Guarantee, which is by far my favorite program with Howard Hanna, because we are the only company that offers this program. And so every single listing that is eligible should have the Money Back Guarantee on it. So let's talk a little bit about this program. Let me get this PowerPoint up for you. All right, Kate, can you see the PowerPoint? All right, just making sure. All right, so we want you to list with confidence when using the Money Back Guarantee. But for some of you, you may not be familiar with the Money Back Guarantee. It may be fairly new to your market. I know in New York, it came out around 2016. But for us here in Pennsylvania, it's been with us this entire time. And so for some of us, it might be, oh, that's an old program. You know, Howard Hanna is always pushing that. You know, it doesn't really work for my customers. I don't really understand how it works, so I'm not going to, share it. But it is really a great opportunity when you're going on a listing appointment to set yourself apart from the competition. So let's talk a little bit about that. So we're in a fiercely competitive and unpredictable market right now. in a lot of our markets, and I'm from Pittsburgh, so we're seeing what's happening here, but we're hearing it throughout the company that it's happening in a lot of different states, a lot of different markets. We want you to stand out and overcome any objections that the sellers may have when listing with you. The average seller knows 12 realtors. They probably have some other people that they're interviewing with, but we want you to go on that listing appointment. We want you to have the confidence to get the listing, and we want you to use the programs that are available to you. We want you to use the money back guarantee program if the home qualifies. So let's explore how we can do that. So when you're on a listing appointment and you might be up against some competition, or they're just getting started and they want to interview a few realtors, you really want to walk away with the listing paperwork signed. So you want to pull out all of your market differentiators. The one that you should be talking about the most is the 100% money back guarantee. You want to be able to say to the seller, when listing a home for sale, your clients deserve to complete their real estate transaction with confidence and peace of mind. So, Mr. Seller, when you're listing your home, don't you want the buyer to feel confident in making the choice to choose your home when choosing amongst a sea of homes? We want them to come to your listing and know that they're going to have a 100% money back guarantee if they choose your property. Thousands of sellers have enrolled their home in this program throughout the years, and thousands of buyers have had the confidence to buy it because of the program. Some of them didn't even buy the money back guarantee, but because it was being offered on that home, they felt that that home was more valuable than other homes. The power in saying to your clients, if you buy this home, Howard Hanna will purchase it back for 100% of the purchase price if you are not satisfied. That is a powerful statement to a buyer when you are working with the buyer looking at a home that has a money back guarantee on it. We want you guys to have peace of mind, but we want your clients to have peace of mind. They can rest easy knowing that Howard Hanna has their back when making one of the largest home purchases that they can make in their lifetime. And for us as realtors, we take what we do for granted every day. Some of us, there'll be that one particular client that reminds us of why we got into real estate, that heart and that passion that we bring to our business. But a lot of the things that we do on a regular routine basis are exactly that, routine. And we need to remind ourselves from time to time that home is peace of mind, and that we are there to give them a place that's called home. We want to provide them with some place that when they come home at the end of work every day, that they feel safe, that they can relax, that they know that they provided a great roof over their families' heads, and that they're providing for their families the best way they can. And the 100% money back guarantee is another way to just give them that peace of mind when they're deciding on making one of the largest home purchases. Whether they're a $100,000 buyer or a $600,000 buyer, this program will work for them. Okay. So here are some of the listing benefits when you're talking with a seller. We want them to sell with confidence. These are the advantages for this program for the seller. Our program gives reassurance in a time of uncertainty in the market. When we are, not even just through a pandemic, but there are times when our markets go down and then they go up, and sellers are listening to the national media. They're not really sure if it's a good time to sell their property. We know right now inventory is low, but there are also times when inventory is in flux and we have a lot of inventory. The money back guarantee works in any market. So we want you to understand that when you're going on a listing appointment with a seller, we want them to feel confident that we will stand behind their product. We will stand behind their home when representing it to a potential buyer to say, we're going to back this property 100% of its sale price. So whatever a buyer is willing to pay for it, we're willing to reimburse that buyer 100% of that purchase price if they purchase your home. We want that particular listing to stand out. You should be wanting to stand out amongst your competition. Set your seller's home apart from all of the other homes on the market. The Howard Hanna guarantees the seller the asking price to the buyer. Howard Hanna believes in the value of your client's home. They believe in your confidence in selling this product to the seller, Remember, it's at no cost to the seller. So all you're asking the seller to do is allow you to advertise this product, this warranty, this insurance on their home, so that way we can stand out amongst the competition to offer 100% money back guarantee to a particular buyer. So it'll increase showings of a particular home, and sometimes it results in the home selling faster and at a higher price. So what are the benefits to a buyer? So you're working with a buyer, you're a Howard Hanna agent, you're working with a buyer, and you come across a property that's listed with Howard Hanna that has a 100% money back guarantee on it. How often do you talk about the 100% money back guarantee when you're working with your buyers? This should not be a conversation as you come upon a house that has a 100% money back guarantee. During your initial interview, your consultation with that first-time home buyer, that move-up buyer, that buyer that's downsizing, you should be talking about how Howard Hanna offers a 100% money back guarantee on our listings. So if you're interested in a Howard Hanna property, we can give you reassurance that if you purchase this property, that we'll be willing to purchase it back if you're unhappy with it within the first year. We want to give the buyer the confidence in the value of the purchase price. We have seen buyers time and time again pick a home that has a money back guarantee on it and pay higher value because it has a 100% money back guarantee on it. The seller is giving the buyer confidence that, by enrolling in this program, they're willing to back that price 100% by going with Howard Hanna Real Estate. Remember, this is no cost to the seller. If the buyer chooses to enroll, there is a small fee for the buyer. So we'll talk about that in a minute. So we want you, when working with a buyer, to overcome any objections when a buyer is deciding upon homes. If they're choosing between a Howard Hanna listing and a competitor's listing, and they love both of them, maybe this particular house is offering a 100% back guarantee. Maybe this particular home is in a neighborhood that they're not quite sure about, and they might be coming in from out of town. They may be, unsure about the market currently. They want to be able to have those objections, we want to be able to calm them down and say, this house offers a money back guarantee. If you really love this home, but it's the neighborhood that's drawing you to the home that's not really your first choice, maybe let's purchase the money back guarantee on this listing that's a Howard Hanna listing. And if you're not happy here within the first year, we'll buy it back for 100%. So show the buyers that Howard Hanna stands behind their purchase price of their home 100%. This should be discussed during the initial consultation. It will make the Howard Hanna listings, your
Dana,
listings, guys. Yes.
I'm so sorry. I just wanted to stop before I make sure that you saw. I believe you're going to answer this at some point, but are there money back guarantee riders for the post signs? So let's make sure that we get that at one point. And then Tracy is asking a question in the Q&A that I don't know if you're able to answer.
Let me see if I can pull it up, because I cannot see the Q&A while I'm here. Let me see.
If you move your mouse, it should pop up at the bottom, and you should be able
it.
to pull the panel up.
Yeah. Okay, so as far as riders, a lot of the offices do have riders. You would want to check with your manager, and they can be ordered, but most of the offices do have money back guarantee riders in them. So Tracy Gaskins, I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly. Why are the in-law suites excluded? The ones I'm referring to have had just a second main bedroom with private closets, bathrooms. However, an in-law suite is the main search feature in our area with multiple generational buyers. So I'm not sure where Tracy is from, but I'm not familiar with an in-law suite being excluded unless that is a condo or a townhome. Those are excluded from the money back guarantee. That was a decision that was made in the early 1980s to exclude those particular units from the program. Not sure why the decision was made, but it is for single family residentials, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. Hampton Roads, Virginia. Tracy, I would talk with your manager about, because I'm not familiar with the term in-law suites in the sense of a whole unit. In-law suites here is where we're listing a single family residential home, and there is a first floor, bedroom That would be also, or a bedroom in the lower level that would be considered an in-law suite. And as long as it's a single family residential home, it is included in the program. So I'll go over those terms in a minute. Okay, so what is the benefit to you, the real estate agent? You know, how does this program set you apart? It is an exclusive Howard Hanna program. There, not a single competitor that surrounds you offers a program that's exactly like this. Okay, so you want to keep that in mind. The custom program brings confidence to your clients. So when you're going on a listing appointment, you can say, "How, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, how would you feel if I guaranteed a buyer that would purchase your home was unhappy with it, that we would buy it back? We, Howard Hanna, would take it into inventory for 100% of that buyer's sales price." Wouldn't you like to offer that kind of guarantee to your clients that might be interested in purchasing your home? It's going to provide peace of mind and reassurance to not only the seller, but a potential Howard Hanna buyer that's interested in this property. The incentive is to list with you. We want to set you apart from the competition. This is one of the programs that sets you apart from the competition. Okay. The money back guarantee came out in the early 1980s here in Pennsylvania, whenever the steel mills were closing down. A lot of people were losing their jobs. We're starting to see that a little bit here during the pandemic. People were unsure about job security. The housing market became a little stagnant. So Howard Hanna said, what can we do to set ourselves apart from the competition and provide confidence to the buyer and sellers in making a home purchase? And so they came out with the money back guarantee. And it has been in a phenomenal program that has been with Howard Hanna since the early 1980s that has really set us apart from our competition. We want you to set apart from your competition. Some sellers are interviewing 2 to 3 realtors before making a decision. If you're going on the listing appointment, assuming that you're getting the listing without having your toolbox with you, without having your programs with you, you might find that you didn't get the listing in the end. So we want you to come fully prepared when going on a listing appointment. We want you to have the confidence to get that listing. So this program also allows buyers to make decisions, overcome the objections about the home purchase. It increases showings as well as home selling faster, sometimes for a higher amount. The program provides the agent with the confidence to list and guarantee the seller the sales price of their home. Howard Hanna will showcase money back guarantee listings first on howardhanna.com. So the listings that have a 100% money back guarantee on them show up first on howardhanna.com before any other listing. We want you to use the program. You know, we understand that there will be buyers that will potentially want to use and purchase the program. We're okay with that. We're willing to purchase those properties back 100% if the buyer's willing to enroll in them. So let's talk a little bit about some of the objections that you might be seeing in today's marketplace. One of them is a customer is on the fence about purchasing. So I don't know if you were working with the same customers today that you were before COVID, okay? Or the buyers that were in the marketplace last year that didn't purchase, that may have been still looking at the beginning of the year, but kind of dropped off. Have you followed up with them? Are they currently employed? Are they unsure about their job security? Maybe they've had a decrease in income, but they're expecting potentially that their job is talking about decreasing income to keep employees. These are reasons why a buyer might be on the fence about purchasing, okay? We want them to have the security in knowing that if they purchase a home today, that we're willing to back their sales price. If for some reason they need to move forward and downsize into another home for a lesser priced home, we've got their back, okay? If you've got a relocation customer coming in and they've been looking for some time, but they're not really sure about the communities they want to live in, they might be telling you they're going to rent first. Well, why not offer them the information and the knowledge that the money back guarantee is out there, that if you purchase a Howard Hanna listing, we can do a money back guarantee on it. And if you're unhappy with the neighborhood you've moved into, we can get you out of that home within the year and get you into a new one. So these are some of the objections you might hear in the marketplace that we want you to have the confidence about convincing the buyer that it is a good time to buy. Interest rates are below 3% in some markets. We want them to have the confidence that this is the right time to buy. When I came into real estate, interest rates were 7 and 8%. So a buyer that was pre-approved for $200,000 today would have only been pre-approved for around 120 when I came into real estate. And that was only 15 years ago, guys, not that long ago. But unsure about the home, some of the customers are just unsure about the home. Inventory might be low and they're having a hard time making a decision because they really want more houses to come on the market. But you might be working with that buyer that keeps making offers and keeps getting declined. Maybe they found a house that they liked, but they were unsure about, and they're waiting for something better to come along. Well, let them know that if it's a Howard Hanna listing, we could get you 100% money back guarantee if it meets the qualifications, and we can get you into that home. And if you find that this wasn't the right home for you within the first year, we'll take it back and we'll sell you a new home. So those are just some of the objections that we might see from a buyer. Overcoming objections in the marketplace for a seller. Why would they choose Howard Hanna? Well, there's a lot of reasons. Oh my God, I could go on and on and on. And I'll answer this question in 1 second, Brittany. Thank you for the question. Why choose Howard Hanna? Howard Hanna is the only company that will back the sales price of your home for 100%. That is a powerful statement, guys. It is something that you should be talking about on every single listing, okay? So Brittany has a question here. If a buyer opts for the money back guarantee and then they decide they want to use it within the first year, which agent does the listing go back to? The original agent or the buyer's agent? Well, you represented that buyer that purchased it. The buyer chooses their agent. I would hope that they're choosing you, Brittany. So absolutely a good question. So we want you to stand out from your competition. Really important. We want you to outperform your competition on every level. That's why we provide you the tools, the resources, the technology. I mean, there's so much that you can use on a listing appointment, but we want you to have the confidence in selling the money back guarantee. That's why we're here today. This is actually a real photo of a lineup of people getting into a house. Now, I don't know that the money back guarantee brought them there, but I would like to say that that is potentially what brought them there. I spoke with, a few months ago, we spoke with a Shadyside agent that actually had about 85 people attending their open house. And she made everyone stand outside until they signed in through the Open to Close app so she could register every potential buyer. So the money back guarantee is just one more thing that's going to make your listing stand out amongst all the others. So what are the guidelines? So what homes qualify for a money back guarantee? So before I go on, we have a question from Jennifer Berger. So important to make sure that the client is aware that this is a bona fide insurance policy backed by the department of each state Howard Hanna is in. That is absolutely correct, Jennifer. It is backed. It is an insurance policy for the buyer when coming into purchasing a home. So which homes qualify? A freestanding single family residential home, okay? No co-ops, no condos, no associations, no cluster homes. None of those qualify. You want to list the home between $75,000 and $600,000, okay? The sales price has to be for $75,000 to $600,000, okay? So if you're listing a home for $75,000 and it sells for $69,000, this program is no longer qualified for that particular home. If you list a house for $600,000 and someone comes in over asking, this home does no longer qualify for the money back guarantee for that home. So the sales price and the list price must be between $75,000 and $600,000. You have to have 180 days on your listing contract. The point of the program is not only to bring confidence to the clients, but to bring confidence that you can get their home sold in a minimum of 180 days. Now, in most markets, we're selling homes in in hours and weeks, sometimes just a few months. But for this particular program, we want you to secure the listing for 180 days, okay? So when you've got a seller that's saying, you know, I'm only interested in signing up for 120 days or 90-day contract, well, this would exclude the money back guarantee being eligible to be on your home. This might be able to get you to secure the listing for 180 days. And I don't know, for most of you, you should be listing centric. Okay, I always tell my team listing centric. If you've got the listings, you've got the guaranteed income. Okay, so when you are out on a listing appointment, why not pull out the money back guarantee as one of your market differentiators to set yourself apart in our marketplace? You want the listing. You don't want to leave their house until they're sitting down signing that listing paperwork. Hadi always says, stay for as long as you need to, talk for as much as you need to, don't leave the house without signing the listing paperwork. The guaranteed fee is paid by the buyer. So to a seller, there's no cost, there's no fee. All we're asking for you to do is sign this piece of paper, allowing us to market this on your home, to set your home apart in the competition, to secure a buyer that might be interested in purchasing the money back guarantee. Buyer must be an owner occupant. So no investor can be purchasing the property and asking to purchase the money back guarantee. They have to physically be living in the home as an owner occupant. And again, no co-ops, condos, associations, or clusters. So we've got another question here from Ronna Lynn. In Lawrence County, most properties sell with seller's assist. I have heard her mention that seller's assist, if there's seller's assist, it negates it. Yes, that is true. So we are backing the sales price 100%. So if you're selling a house for $100,000 and there's 6% seller's assist, we're not going to back that sales price for $100,000. So it does negate the program. It has to be a property that is not involved with seller's assist. And if you do have one and the client really wants the money back guarantee, I would say talk to your manager and see if an exception can be made. But right now the program states no seller's assist. What is the fee for the 100% money back guarantee? We're going to get into that. So good question. So if a buyer is interested in purchasing the money back guarantee, the buyer pays 1% of the sales price at the time of closing. So this is really important. The buyer must sign the money back guarantee rider and application at the time of the offer. So you're sitting down to write an offer with a customer and you're going over all of the different options for them. You talk about the money back guarantee, but they're not sure about it. One agent told me that she has every buyer sign up for the money back guarantee at the time of writing the offer because the buyer has until the day of closing to opt out of the program and not have to pay that 1%. So she signs all of her buyers up on a home that's qualified for the money back guarantee at the time of writing the offer. Just elect it now. If you choose to waive it, we're going to opt out right before closing, which will save you 1% in your closing costs. So buyer can elect the guarantee when writing the purchase agreement and then opt out prior to closing. So it has to be discussed at the time of writing the offer. Howard Hanna must list and sell the property. Okay, so we have to be on the listing side and we have to be representing the buyer. It has to be a freestanding single family dwelling. Minimum price between $75,000 and maximum price $600,000. The buyer must occupy the residence and reference the seller's application for more details on this program. So there are some other caveats to the program, but I will tell you, the point of me being on here today is to tell you that every listing that is eligible should have this program on it. I went to an Apple store with my daughter. She wanted an Apple computer, and I said, I'm not spending that much money. She sold me on it. I see the value in an Apple computer. She's going off to college. And the guy says, well, you know, we do offer this insurance program that you can try it out. And if you're not happy with it, bring it back. And I'm like, what? Wait a minute. I can take it home and play with it. And if I'm not happy with it, I can bring it back. I had to pay a fee for that, but absolutely did I buy that. That is something that every buyer should have the option to choose whether or not they want that guarantee. So it's important that if you're going on a listing, guys, put this product on your listings. You may find that a buyer may be interested in purchasing it. So I've got some questions here. So by association, do you mean homeowners association? So yes, condos, associations, co-ops, none of those are qualified for the program. It has to be a single family residential property. And I know me saying that, Nita, there are some association plans that have single family residentials. Check with your manager on that. I'll have to look further into it. It's a good question. I've never had that question before, because single family residential does qualify. And if there's an association fee with the plan, I still believe that it does qualify, but I'll double check on that. We'll get that answer back to you. And then what is the commission fee? Does the seller need to guarantee a certain commission? Well, hopefully, Cecilia, that you're getting the best commission for what you are worth in your marketplace. But as long as the full commission is being paid, what you've negotiated up front is being paid, then you should qualify for the program moving forward. And you would want to talk with your manager in regards to what your full commission is in your marketplace. So just to clarify, if the buyer, and this is from Chelsea, just to clarify, if the buyer is represented by another company, they can't participate in the money back guarantee if they want to buy a Howard Hanna listing. No, but what I will tell you is that buyers from working with our competitor tend to end up at our listing because we offered 100% money back guarantee and they wanted to learn more about it. Okay, so very, very important. I've actually had instances where they wanted to purchase the money back guarantee. So we actually had to give a referral fee to their buyer's agent to take that buyer in-house in order for them to qualify for the 100% money back guarantee. It is very, very rare that that happens, but it was an instance where this particular buyer wanted this property. They had to be working with a buyer's agent with Howard Hanna Real Estate. This program is designed to drive more business to you, the agents. And then Brittany has, do non-occupant owner co-signers negate it from occupant? No, if there is someone on the deed, in the mortgage, mostly on the deed, that is purchasing the property, they're on the agreement of sale, but their spouse or their wife wasn't a part of the initial transaction, as long as whoever is on the deed is actually living in the property, it does not negate the program. They are still very much eligible for the program. And then Catherine says, please explain what qualifies return reasons for the buyer. What qualifies for return for reasons for the buyer? Well, again, a buyer might have purchased a property. Maybe they're out of town buyers and they're purchasing a property and they weren't really sure about the neighbors or the neighborhood. And so they've decided that this isn't the right community for them. That might be a reason why they want to use the program. If a customer, we've had military people that were relocated from Pittsburgh to Virginia, and this might be a reason why they're using the program. There's a lot of different reasons why a buyer might opt to use the program. Maybe they've decided that the cost of the monthly payment that they've entered into was greater than what they were comfortable with at the time of purchasing it, which we've all seen buyers, eyes are bigger than what their wallets are, and they purchase a property for higher than what they're comfortable with in a monthly payment, and now they need to downsize in payment or even downsize in house. Maybe they bought a house that was too big for them. It doesn't matter. If they don't like the paint on the walls, they can use the money back guarantee if they've purchased it, okay? If they decide that the house is too big, they can use the money back guarantee if they've purchased it. If the faucet is leaking and they've had it with this house, they can use the money back guarantee if they've purchased it. So there's no specific reason why they have to choose. Maybe they've just decided that this wasn't the right house for them. If a buyer uses the program, does the agent lose their commission? Absolutely not, Catherine. Once you close with that buyer, you're paid your commission from Howard Hanna, and it has nothing to do with your commission at all. Remember, the commission is paid by the seller out of the seller's proceeds. This program is backing the buyer's sales price. So the buyer pays $100,000 for the property, chooses to use the program, then we will actually purchase the property back for $100,000. So Lou says, Luzu, I can't pronounce your last name, but thank you for the presentation. Dana, does the guarantee insurance cover any cost compensation for the closing costs, time, capital, or hassle the buyer went through for unsatisfied purchase? No, it is simply backing the sales price 100%. 100%, that's it. School district is definitely a big one for a lot of people. They'll purchase a property in a school district maybe they weren't sure with. they're sure about, their kids are attending a school's not working out for the children, they want to move to a different school district. That may be a reason why they're using the program in order to move forward. A good example for rural Virginia. That is a good question, Tracy, but it's the same thing applies. It doesn't matter what the reason. If the buyer chooses to purchase the 1%, they pay the 1% at closing. They choose to purchase the 100% money back guarantee. It could be for any reason that they have decided that this isn't the right home for them, guys. Any reason whatsoever. Again, the color of the paint on the walls. Maybe the house needs more repairs than they anticipated. Maybe they don't like being in the country and they want to move closer to the city. There could be 1,000 reasons why a buyer might implement using the buyback program. It's an insurance for them to give them the security in making the purchase that if they're unhappy with their home, for any reason, that Howard Hanna will purchase it back. Ronlyn says, curious how many we have bought back in the last few years, and do they have to stay in the home 180 days or 365 days? So they have to be in the home for 6 months. Good question, Ronlyn. They have to be in the home for 6 months before they will take the property back into inventory. There are some stipulations in the buyer's application. It outlines everything for the buyer. So if you are working with a buyer and they're interested in the money back guarantee, provide them with the application, let them read it through, let them make the decision. It's really important that they can choose and they know all of the facts. But they have to stay in the home for 180 days and not 365. So we have a lot of military that want to live in the rural areas. And then when the spouse arrives, it's too rural, no street lights, too far from shopping, etc. So I suggest it to my military buyers. Tracy Gaskins actually put that out there. That is very true. I've actually sold it to someone in the military when I was in sales, and they never used it. They love their house. They're still in their house to my knowledge. But it was something that they felt would be a good thing to do because the husband came first and the wife came later. So let's go on to the next slide and then I'll answer a few more questions. So why is the money back guarantee so important, guys? There's 1,000 questions to know whether or not this is a good choice for your buyer to purchase this program. But what this is about is that give the buyer the choice. If you are listing a property that qualifies for the program and you're not putting the money back guarantee on it, you're eliminating the buyer's choice to purchase it. The home has to have a money back guarantee on it in order for the buyer to purchase it. So Howard Hanna Money Back Guarantee is an exclusive program. There's no other program like this in any of our markets. Yes, we've got some people that are saying that, they've got gimmicks going on. If we can't sell your house in 180 days, we'll buy it back. But they give them a price that is way below what they would actually get for their properties. Howard Hanna is not saying that. Howard Hanna is saying that if you want to list your house for $550,000 and a buyer wants to pay $570,000 for your home because we're in a competitive market, Howard Hanna will back that sales price, $20,000 over the listing price, with 100% money back guarantee. If the buyer is unhappy with the home, Howard Hanna will purchase it back. That is a pretty powerful statement to a seller. The money back guarantee sets your client's home apart from the competition. I've even seen where a buyer is choosing between 2 Howard Hanna listings on the same street and chose a home that had the money back guarantee because the other Howard Hanna agent didn't put it on their listing. So remember, you're not only competing with your competitors, but you're competing with the agents that are in your office. You want your listing to stand out amongst the crowd. Make sure that your listings focus on your business, has the 100% money back guarantee on it. Howard Hanna takes the financial risk, not you. So this does not come out of your commission. You don't have to reimburse your commission if we buy the house back. It takes the financial risk off of your clients. It takes the financial risk off of you. Howard Hanna purchased the property back, not the client. A lot of sellers will say, well, so if the buyer's unhappy with the house within the first year, am I going to have to reimburse Howard Hanna some money? No, absolutely not. Seller goes to closing, takes his proceeds, they're gone. Howard Hanna takes the property into inventory. We believe in the value of your client's home. You need to be able to say that to your customers when you're on a listing appointment. We believe in the value of your home. We are ready to list it today and back it 100% for its sales price. What the home sells for is the price that the buyer gets back. So if the buyer purchases the property for $570,000 and he's unhappy with it in the first year, we will buy it back for $570,000. Okay, you are working for a company that has the confidence to say that to your clients. Okay, we are your partner. We are here to stand beside you. We want you to have the confidence and the strength to go out there and stand on your own 2 feet amongst the competition and say, I work for a company that's willing to back the sales price of your home 100%. Okay, it makes your listing stand out in the marketplace. It equates to increased showings and sometimes for a higher amount it will sell for. Provides the buyer with peace of mind and the confidence to move forward in the purchase of a Howard Hanna home. No matter what the market is like, this program will benefit your clients, both the sellers and the buyers. Give the buyers the choice to purchase it by putting it on your listings. Let them choose, do they want to pay the 1%? Do they not want to pay the 1%? Give them the reassurance that we are here during their first year of home ownership, okay? This program allows the buyer to buy with confidence and the seller to sell with confidence. So what we want for you to do, we're calling you guys all to action here. We want every listing that qualifies to have the money back guarantee. We want our listings, the listings that you guys are working so hard to get out there and get. Your managers are securing leads for you to provide opportunities to get even more listings. Howard Hanna is investing in multiple platforms and programs that drive more business to you. When those leads come to you, we want you to put the 100% money back guarantee on them. If they qualify, put the 100% money back guarantee on them. So let me just answer a few more questions before I go on. So let me go back here. Okay, so does the buyer have to buy another home if they use it? The answer is yes. So like I said, if the buyer is unsure about whether or not this is the home for them and they want to know whether or not this is a good purchase, they can purchase the home with a 100% money back guarantee on it, pay the 1%, and if they're unhappy with the home, they can purchase another home. But it is not just to get a refund. So yes, there are some stipulations. Kim Boss put that out there. Like I said, if your client's interested in it, have them read the details and let them make the choice whether or not they want to use the program. You may have said, how long after the purchase does the buyer have to choose to get their money back? So 6 months. They have to live in the house for 6 months. They write a letter to the insurance company that's part of the money back guarantee program, and then the process starts. Again, the application will outline the process for your clients. Have them read that before making a decision and signing off on it. Does the buyer have to purchase another Howard Hanna home within the money back guarantee program? Again, Veronica wrote that. Yes, there are stipulations on how to move forward for the buyer, allowing the buyer to read that application process, deciding whether or not they want to purchase the program based on the stipulations is definitely up to them. So, but the whole point of this is to give the buyer a choice. You know, allow the buyer to have the choice. If the listing, the Howard Hanna agent did not put the money back guarantee on a qualified listing, you've eliminated the buyer's choice to the program. Can the buyer write off the 1% they paid?
Dana, can I just chime in for 1 second?
Sure.
So I just want to remind everyone, I know that right now there seems to be a lot of questions about how this works on the buyer side. And I know Dana has said this. And of course, whenever there's a new program, whether it's, you know, something like this or some, you know, loan programs, whatever, we always want to know every little nook and cranny of that program. And in this case, you don't, you know, you're doing this as a listing tool. And right now, you know, if you have the buyer and you're concerned about all of these questions, before you move forward, I mean, you could sit down with the manager, you can sit down and really discuss that. But think about this, you know, Dana had said, this is your listing tool. this is your way to get those listings for people who are concerned about the market right now. When you go out there, I mean, you want to really be able to show that Howard Hanna has confidence in their home, in their listing. So, and Dana will get back to all of these questions, but just, you know, keep in mind, if you have a house that qualifies, there's literally no cost to the seller. There's no reason this shouldn't be in your listing packet with all of your signed listing paperwork, just as something that it's free to them. It makes it look more desirable to potential buyers. It is supposed to be used as a listing tool. I think sometimes, and my fear in answering all of these, you know, kind of specific questions is that it's going to deter people. They're going to get nervous. They're going to get scared knowing all these rules. You don't need to worry about that so much on the buy side. You want to use this for your listings. And actually, Maggie Knapp, I'm going to say your comment out loud. Maggie just said, this program has only been used once in Western New York by a buyer. So only one time, but it is a great listing tool. So you'd be surprised how many times we're going to get the seller to sign this, but it's not necessarily put into place. Sorry, Dana, I just wanted to.
No, I love that. And Kate's absolutely right. If we so worry about all of the details and we eliminate the buyer's choice because we're not sure how the program works, you know, we're not going to use it for our listings, and it's no cost to the seller. It makes the phone ring. Buyers ask what the 100% money back guarantee means. If they're interested in it, provide them with a buyer's application, let them look at it, but it probably drove them to your seller's listing. That's the point of this. We want them to be confident and ask the question, what does the money back guarantee mean on your listing? I see that you're offering it on all of your listings. You know, not all Howard Hanna offices are doing this collectively. Not all individual agents are putting the money back guarantee on, and they should be.
Dana, I totally agree.
Georgiana has a good question. I wanted to just throw this out there. She says, on any existing listings that fit within the price guidelines, can you add it at any time during the listing time frame, or must it be up front? Okay, very good question. A lot of times if a house is on the market, maybe a month, 6 weeks, 3 months, whatever it may be, if you didn't put the money back guarantee on up front, it's a perfect time to go to them and say, I'd like to refresh your listing. Let's re-sign for 180 days because you need 180 days left, and let's get a money back guarantee on your property. Okay, this is a great time to refresh your listings. If you didn't offer the money back guarantee up front, you can do that. If you signed a listing contract for a year and you still have 9 months left, absolutely call your seller and say, you know what, I've got this great program. We need to put this on. We need to have your listing stand apart amongst the competition. So let's go ahead and put this on. Okay. So we are looking for you to list with confidence. Okay. We have a lot of agents that are already using this program to set themselves apart. They are using this as a branding tool for their business. They realize that, you know, it is out there. Howard Hanna offers it, but they're not a lot of agents are pushing it. So they're actually using it as a unique way to get the business. So I saw some business cards that have the 100% money back logo on them. So when they're sharing this, people can say, ask me about the 100% money back guarantee. This guy here does videos when he lists a property with the money back guarantee. We're going to share this with you, and the video is actually down here below. You can watch that. And then, you know, the sold sign on a home that says money back guarantee is a very powerful statement for the next door neighbor to give you a call and say, listen, I see you sold that property. I want to know what the money back guarantee is all about. Well, why do they want to know? Mostly because they want to sell their property. So those are all great tools. Okay. You can find all of this information on gohanna.com. So these are just some of the things that you would type in the search engine to find. Type in money back guarantee. You're looking for the buyer's application, the seller's application, program specifics, marketing flyers. The marketing department had just recently come out with a ton of marketing for the money back guarantee, e-cards, social media posts, postcards that you can send. There's so much marketing out there for this particular program. I know that some of the regions are doing billboards. Some of the agents have actually done billboards to advertise their business with the money back guarantee to set themselves apart from the competition. So a lot of great ways to use this program to increase your business. So I'm just going to go over some more questions here to see that I might be able to answer before I go. Some of them are repeating, so I'm just going to grab a couple. So Lou says, does it cover the compensation of the buyer's closing costs, things like that? No, it does not. It backs the sales price 100%. Again, this is a program that you want to have on every single listing between 75,000 and 600,000. That's a single family residential home. Okay. There's a lot of questions about commission. I would hope that you guys are charging a commission of your worth, meaning in different markets, it's a different price. Here in Pennsylvania, we're at a 7%. We're very confident in getting a 6+1% marketing fee here. And that is our commission. So as long as the agent hasn't reduced their commission at any point in time from the listing to the closing, this buyer qualifies for this program. So I hope that that helps answer it. Whatever your commission is, as long as you're not reducing it during the sales process to get to the closing table, the buyer would still qualify for this program. Okay. Never negotiate commission. Remember the contracts between the buyer and seller. Let the contract remain between the buyer and seller. It says, are all brokers required to participate in the program? Are there ones who actually buy back the home, and does Howard Hanna Corporate buy it back? So this is an insurance program. There is an insurance company that the buyer is paying the 1% to. If the buyer is unhappy with the home, they have to meet certain qualifications. There's an application that the buyer can review before signing up for the program. And then if they're unhappy with it, they'll contact the insurance company, and the insurance company takes it back into inventory. It comes into Howard Hanna's inventory, and then we put it out there for sale again. Okay, so it's really important to understand that the program won't work and does work. And in most cases, the buyers don't choose to purchase the program, but they got to the listing because you advertised something different that your competitor was not advertising for. You were willing to back this sales price 100%. So let me go back. I'm going to just come up here. This is a 3-minute video. If you want to stick with me, I want to show you this video. I'm just going to come up here and make sure you guys can hear my sound. Share computer sound. And let me just click on this little video here. So this was an agent that, let me know if the YouTube video comes up.
Dana?
Yes.
Are you going, so when you're gonna have to unshare and then share again. And when you share, make sure you click at the bottom, share computer sound.
Okay, I already did that.
Oh, perfect, then you're good.
All right, so it's spinning, give it a minute. Can you see the YouTube video, Kate?
Yes, we can.
This is Rich Fiesel with Howard Hanna Real Estate. We need to have a serious discussion today. This is 11 Newton Avenue in Boardman, Ohio. This house is amazing. 4 bedrooms, a completely secluded over half-acre lot. You are surrounded by trees. All right, this is your own private compound. Agents, have you shown this house yet? Have you looked at it yourself? You need to come out here and see it. I know what you're saying, Rich. I don't know, man. Might be too much house for me, or maybe it's not enough. What if I don't like the area? What if I don't like the siding? What if I don't like the grass, Rich? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do when I buy this house 3 months down the road? I hate it. I don't think you're going to, but if you do, fine. Because we have a 100% money back guarantee on this house. And what exactly is that? And if you give me a second, I would tell you. 100% money back guarantee. What that means is within the first year, if you do not love this house, Howard Hanna will buy it back off. You could hate the paint color. You could hate the driveway. You could hate the way the eggs taste when you cook them on the stove. Howard Hanna will purchase this house right back off of you. Now, this is a 100% money back guarantee. What percentage of the purchase price do you think Howard Hanna is going to give you back if you decide you don't like this house? Yes, sir. You in the back. Me? Yeah, you. What was the question again? If you purchase this house right here, within the first year, decide you don't like it, what percentage is Howard Hanna going to give you back of your purchase price with the 100% money back guarantee? Ah, I remember now. I remember that. No. How much is this house? Current list price is $154,900. Not relevant to the question whatsoever. Okay, okay, got it, all right. Yeah, no, figure it out, we'll wait. Nope, all the time in the world. No, just one second. I'm good at this, All right. Oh, you got it? What do you think? 100% money back guarantee, go. 72%. Sir, I'm gonna need you to go. What? Are you serious? Yeah, I'm afraid so. You're ruining my video. Yeah, so if you could get out of here, that'd be awesome. Okay, bye-bye. Adios, sir. Thank you. All right, I am so sorry. Okay, so obviously 100% of the purchase price back to you if you don't like this house within a year. That's, not rocket science. I've completely lost my train of thought. Folks, this house is gonna be open tomorrow, June 9th, from 12 to 1:30. I would love for you to come out and check it out. Busy tomorrow? Tomorrow doesn't work for you? Fine. This is my phone number. I will show you this house anytime you'd like.
Great video.
Don't like me? That's fine too. You have another agent? Tell them you want to see this house, 11 Newton Avenue in Portland, Ohio.
So that is it. Rich Tizzle, he shared that video back a few years ago for a property that he was putting the money back guarantee on. It's a great way to co-brand yourself, to set yourself apart in the marketplace. If you're looking to, and as agents, we're always looking to find new ways to, excuse me one second, because apparently I'm still playing somewhere in the background. There we go. All right. So it's a great way to set yourself apart in the marketplace. Every listing I had ever listed during my career that qualified for the money back guarantee, it was one form, seller signed it. I let them know that this is a great product. We'll set your house apart, amongst the sea of competition. It allows the phone to ring. It allows the buyer to ask, what is the money back guarantee? So there's a lot of benefits to the program. It really should be on every single one of your listings. So when you go out there, list with confidence, and you're competing with multiple realtors, let them know that we offer an exclusive program that will back the sales price of your home 100%. So Kate, are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay. So
I was going to say thank you. Everyone say, thank you to Dana for our first Wednesday webinar for this month's theme of all of our differentiators and using those to get the listing. Are we caught up with everything? It looks like I tried to, but people just kept.
There are a lot of questions, yeah. And we're going to take a look and see if there's anything that we can answer, but a lot of these questions are in the information on Go Hanna already. Do not focus so much on the qualifications for the buyer. Allow the buyers to decide based on you providing them the qualifications on whether or not they want to enroll. This is a listing tool. Use it on your listings. List with confidence. There are so many different market differentiators that we're going to be talking about throughout the month with some other instructors. And Kate gave you those the 1st and the 3rd of the month, 10 a.m. Come on board. We're going to talk about a market differentiator in 2 weeks, and then we are going to assist you guys with being confident when you are on listing appointments, because if you're listing centric, you're going to do fairly well in real estate right now. Everybody knows how busy the market is because of the low inventory, and I'm sure this is happening in a lot of other states as well, but you want to have the confidence in order to list the home and set yourself apart in the competition. So thank you all for joining us today.
I was just going to chime in one more thing, guys. I can't leave you without some type of tech thing. In Hanna presentations, I don't know if Dana had mentioned, there is a page for the seller that just goes through the money back guarantee. If you have a template in your Hanna presentations for your listings, I would go in right now under brokerage pages and add that to your template. Also, if you like Instagram, there are GIFs on Instagram of the money back guarantee. You can take a picture of a house, put that animated sticker on that on your story, and it's branded Howard Hanna. If you search GIFs, if you click on that on Instagram and you search Howard Hanna, you will find it. That's all I wanted to say.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everyone. Have a great rest of the day, and hopefully see you next Friday and then the following Wednesday.